Hey everybody, my name is Scott Mealy and this is Real Estate Photography Startup. Before I jump into my 5 steps to success, I want to share a little bit about my story in the real estate photography business, and hopefully you'll be able to relate to some of what I've gone through. I've had several different jobs throughout my life. Many of them started out great and I enjoyed the work I was doing. But after a few months or a few years, I got tired of going to the same old place every single day, doing the same old thing. I finally decided to go back to school and get a master's degree in advertising. I did about a year of school and dropped out because the classes I was taking were of no interest to me and I felt it was a waste of time. I got into video production and got introduced to drones. This was a game changer for me. I realized that real estate agents were always looking for aerial shots of properties. So I learned the basics of real estate photography and jumped right in. I started shooting part-time and then I became so busy with shoots, I was forced to quit my job and do real estate photography full-time. I was able to make 6 figures in just my 2nd year in business. You may be in a similar situation. Maybe you don't like your job, or you don't like the classes you're taking in school, or maybe you have a passion for photography but don't know how to make money shooting. This content is for you. Now, on to my 5 steps to success. Number 1. Decide. Make the decision that you want to create a photography business and do what it takes to make that business successful. I was stuck doing jobs I hated until I made the decision to take that chance and start a business. I know too many people who are punching a clock and working for the weekend. You have it in you to do more. It starts with the decision to go for it. Number 2. Learn. The tutorials in Real Estate Photography Startup will break down the process from starting with nothing to landing your first client, to building a successful business. Continually educating yourself is probably the most time-consuming of this whole process. Learning about cameras, editing software, hardware, websites, networking, customer service, it can be overwhelming. But taking one step at a time, you can do it. Number 3. Build a portfolio. A portfolio is a number of images that showcase your work. There are a lot of jobs in the world today that require a 4 or 8-year degree. Photography is not one of them. You may have a degree in photography, but the one thing a potential client is going to ask you for is your portfolio. They don't care if you went to school or what degree you have. If they like your photos, they will hire you. So how do you go about building a portfolio? You have to start shooting for free. When I started, I asked a few friends who had nice houses if I could take pictures of their homes, and they were happy to let me. I shot 2 houses and put them on a website, and that became my portfolio. You need something to show potential customers. The homes do not have to be multi-million dollar homes, but they should be somewhat nice and very clean. If you do have a friend or family member who owns a multi-million dollar house, even better. Building a portfolio will also allow you to get a lot of practice in with your camera and editing software. Once that portfolio is up and running, you are ready to start the next step to success. Number 4, networking. This has been the most important form of marketing I have done in my business. Word of mouth marketing cannot be beat. If you have a third party spreading your name to their friends and colleagues, you're in a good place. Think about when you're about to buy a product. What's one of the first things you do? I know that I look at the reviews. If the reviews and testimonials are good, there's a much higher chance I will buy that product. Now imagine if one of your friends or coworkers recommends a product or service to you. That testimonial is going to mean a lot more to you because you know and trust that person. Networking can be annoying because it forces us to get outside of our comfort zones. You have to be willing to talk to strangers and introduce your business to them. We'll talk a lot about networking strategies in the course. Just know that it's extremely important to the success of your business. Number 5, be friendly. Some people think that the business world is cold-hearted and cutthroat. My experience has been that if you're cold-hearted or cutthroat, nobody wants to do business with you. You want to have the reputation of being nice and easy to work with. Just in the market I'm in, I know multiple photographers with the reputation of being difficult to work with because they're too rigid in the way they do things, or they're unreliable or even sleazy. I've got a ton of business from real estate agents who used to use those photographers because I'm reliable and easy to work with. Be positive, be upbeat, be friendly. People do business with those they know, like, and trust. Your reputation means a lot, so make sure you always are respectful and reliable. Here's one more bonus step for you. Don't give up. It may sound cliche, but there will be times when you want to throw in the towel. Maybe you're not getting clients right away, or maybe you have a bad experience with a real estate agent. Don't worry. Keep pushing onward. The desire to give up is very real. I can't tell you how many times I thought about giving up my business, to work at a job with regular hours, benefits, and vacation time. But I know I would regret doing that. I'm a basketball fan, and one of the things I've heard a lot when a player is in a shooting slump is keep shooting. Eventually, the ball is going to go through the hoop and you'll be out of that slump. This also applies to photography. Keep shooting. Eventually, you'll get a client, then you'll get 2, then 5, then 20. Owning and running a business is a grind, but the potential reward is worth the long hours. I'm here as a resource, so let's take on this challenge together. My goal is your success. So please reach out with any questions you have, and I'll do my best to guide you in the right direction. Thanks so much for watching my 5 steps to real estate photography success. We're putting together an online course that will dive deep into starting your real estate photography business from scratch. If you'd like to be notified when that course is up and running, please sign up for our emails using the link below. Also, if you have specific questions or topics you'd like to learn about with regards to starting and growing your real estate photography business, please leave those in the comments section. Thanks everyone, and remember, don't give up and keep shooting. Swish.